Half of Americans are struggling right now to make their house payment.
According to this study by real estate brokerage firm Redfin, 49% of Americans are struggling and making sacrifices to make their monthly housing payments. Some of those sacrifices include skipping vacations and working extra hours. Others are more serious, like skipping meals and medical treatments, selling belongings, and dipping into retirement savings. The study found a surprising number of millennials who are already dipping into their retirement savings. Of those who are struggling, 20% say they've borrowed money from family or friends to help get by. Now, someone who bought their home a few years ago may not be struggling as much because mortgage rates were more like 3% back then, but more recent home buyers are dealing with mortgage rates around 7%. Still, renters may be struggling the most. People dealing with increasing rent prices are still watching those payments go up. According to the Consumer Price Index, rent prices started this year nearly 6% higher than a year before, and most of us didn't see a 6% raise year after year. There is some hope among economists that the Federal Reserve could cut interest rates in June potentially. But according to this report, again, the average American household earns about $30,000 less than what's needed to afford the median priced home, and total credit card debt topped $1 trillion in the U.S. for the first time last year.
I'm actually seeing that in my business.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. But here's the thing. We as Americans have gotten so spoiled for these lower interest rates. Our parents paid 23 to 25% on their interest rates. And then when we hit those single digits and they kept going down and down to 3, now people can't even afford 7, even though that is an extremely good interest rate. But now people want to see that 3 as the peg. But the point of this video was people are struggling. People are struggling hard. So, Aisha, how do you, because you could be struggling too. So how do you approach lending money to friends and family without creating financial stress for you?
Yeah. When I was talking about the statistics and just the percentages as well, it's just so mind-boggling. But when it comes to finance, I think that everything begins from the beginning, right? It starts from the beginning. Sometimes you don't know what will happen, the blind side things that happen to us. Then now we have this home, or we have this rent we have to pay, right? And I think it's important that we first of all live below our means as much as possible. Try to start there first, and then if you want to loan someone money, and that, wow, I'm not sure about my own situation. I'm not about to put myself now in the same situation like you because I want to help you. Actually, it actually happened to me recently, where I had a good friend call me and was asking for help, and actually had a legitimate reason, because there was an illness that caused them not to have time to work. So now the bills have backed up, so they needed to pay their bills. And I thought about it, and I didn't make any decision. In the past, I would say, oh yeah, I'll help you right away. I just say, you know what, let me think about it. Let's give me some time to think about it. And I prayed about it. And honestly, in my heart, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because my child's going to go to college. My daughter also started, and I can't now take to give them, because I did my own due diligence. I saved money. I didn't spend it. I didn't buy the things that I couldn't afford, because I knew the times will come where I'm going to need that money. And I don't want to now take that money to somebody else when that was why I did it in the first place. So I had to say no, and I felt bad, but for a few days, and I just let it go. I realized I can't help them when I know that I have to also take care of my own needs as well. So you just have to do what is right, that won't affect your family so adversely, by helping them. Instead, encourage them, and then I give them ideas where to go to ask for money. I say, why don't you go to your bank? Your bank, if you have good relationship with your bank, they can loan you, short-term loan, something small that you can use to bridge the gap before you get back on track. So I don't have to be the bank. The bank can help you with that. So yeah, it's tough.